Anthony Hopkins, born Philip Anthony Hopkins on December 31st, 1937, in Port Talbot, Wales, rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most revered actors of his generation. The son of a baker and a devoted mother, Hopkins gravitated early toward the arts, finding his calling in drawing, music, and acting. He trained at the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, and later at the prestigious Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, where his talent and discipline flourished. His early stage work caught the attention of Sir Laurence Olivier, who invited Hopkins to join the National Theatre, marking a formative chapter in the young actor's life. Under Olivier's mentorship, Hopkins developed the commanding voice, emotional precision, and quiet intensity that would define his career. Hopkins transitioned gradually to film, delivering early promise in The Lion in Winter, 1968, and eventually achieving worldwide fame with The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. His chilling, hypnotic portrayal of Hannibal Lecter won him the Academy Award for Best Actor, proving that the power of a performance lies not in screen time, but in depth and presence. He went on to showcase extraordinary versatility in films such as The Remains of the Day, 1993, Nixon, 1995, and The Father, 2020, earning a second Oscar at age 83. Across his career, Hopkins consistently balanced strength and vulnerability, bringing humanity and nuance to every role. Beyond film, Hopkins excelled in television and on stage. He earned acclaim for roles in War and Peace, 1972, The Lindbergh Kidnapping Case, 1976, and The Bunker, 1981, winning multiple Emmys for his fearless, nuanced portrayals of complex historical figures. His later work, including The Dresser, 2015, and King Lear, 2018, confirmed his enduring ability to explore deep emotional and psychological terrain, captivating audiences across generations. Hopkins's personal life reflected both triumph and turbulence. He married 3 times, first to Petronella Barker, with whom he had a daughter, then to Jennifer Linton, who supported him through international stardom and his battle with alcoholism, and finally to Stella Aroyave, whose vibrant presence brought stability, creativity, and companionship to his later years. Hopkins has spoken openly about overcoming alcoholism and the struggles that shaped his resilience and perspective, emphasizing acceptance, self-forgiveness, and emotional clarity. At 87, Hopkins finally spoke candidly about Laurence Olivier, his mentor, and sometimes intimidating presence. He described standing in Olivier's shadow at the National Theatre as overwhelming, likening it to walking into a cathedral where Olivier was the high priest. Everything revolved around him: his voice, his movements, his sheer power, Hopkins recalled. While Olivier could be generous with wisdom, offering guidance on pacing, breathing, and stage presence, he was also fiercely competitive and intimidating, particularly toward Siotu, talented young actors. Hopkins admitted that he often felt crushed by self-doubt and pressure to earn Olivier's approval, describing the experience as both terrifying and transformative. Reflecting decades later, Hopkins acknowledged Olivier's profound influence, teaching him both greatness and the dangers of perfectionism. Laurence Olivier was extraordinary, brilliant, flawed, vulnerable, intimidating, a true titan, Hopkins said. He scared me into becoming better, and I am unbelievably lucky to have stood in his orbit.